But that's enough running around talking to NPCs. Let's actually catch some stuff now. And let's see, is there an item here? I know there's an item in this area, but I don't really know where. Maybe over there? No. And oh yeah, there's a pond here where I can surf to find a Psyduck. There are only Psyducks and Golducks on the water in the Safari Zone. And the item is here, and it's a max revive. Well, that's a definite keeper. So, with that done, let's try and find a Psyduck. Come on, here, there we go. Now I need a female. Is it a female? Is it? Yeah! Things are going rather well for me, I gotta say. So let's try flinging one Safari Ball. 1, 2, 3. Alright! I thought it was gonna come out for a moment, but Psyduck has been caught, so now there's still that area that requires the Mach Bike that I need to visit, so I'm gonna head there right now, see if I can find the item that's in this area. There's one item in each area except for the starting one, which has none, and except for the 2 extra ones after the Elite Four, which each have 3. So let's go to the upper part. Nope, doesn't seem to be anything there. Gotta be careful because the Mach Bike goes way too fast for my own good somehow. Well, then use a bike, it helps a lot. And okay, we got a pond here. Maybe there's an item hidden at the end, just like in this other area. And I saw a little bit of land. And whoa! A Golduck! Well, why not? I'm gonna try and catch it. I got 30 balls, so why not? 1, 2, 3. Ah! So close. At least it didn't run away, so let's try again. And I remind you, Safari Balls have the same catch rate as Great Balls. Yes! Yes! Got a Golduck! So, you know what? I'm gonna use that instead of the Psyduck in my breeding chain, since it's gonna cost a little less in daycare fees should me getting an egg drag on and on and on, because it's a higher level and needs more steps to gain a level, and thus the cost of the daycare will increase slower. And I was right, there was an item there, TM22 Solar Beam. I have no use for Solar Beam, to be honest, at least not for the time being. Now, I'm not planning on using it at all. And okay, now that I've got that Golduck, I guess I can just wrap this excursion up by catching random Pokemon that I don't really need, because hey, I still got 26 balls. It would be a shame to let them get to waste. Let them go to waste, rather. Sorry. And 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Well, you might say it's an oddish, but it's basically a free oddish. And one thing about the Safari Zones that I noticed is that, you know, in every Safari Zone there's a really common Pokemon. In this one it's oddish, you're seeing right now. In Red, Blue, and Yellow it's the Nidorans. But in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, you want to know what it is? Bidoof. Yeah, the Safari Zone's a place that's meant to house a lot of rare Pokemon, and the common one is freaking Bidoof. I'm not kidding either. There are a lot of these in the Sinnoh Safari Zone, and well, I got no purpose for another oddish, so I guess... What? Already? Already 500 steps? My, those go away real fast. I only had the time to catch 3 Pokemon. Those 25 balls have just gone to waste. So, I'm gonna begin that breeding chain right about now. Alright, so I'm back to the daycare. Consider this a little tutorial on breeding chains. If you've never done one before, I'm going to show you what it is. And okay, now I grinded my Spinda up to level 23 so that it could learn Hypnosis. It's very important that the Pokemon with the move you want to transfer, it has to be male, and the Pokemon whose species you want to transfer, it has to be female. So I got a female Golduck and a male Spinda with Hypnosis, which should give me a Psyduck with Hypnosis. The two don't seem to like each other much. It's not a problem. It's not like they're playing with other Pokemon. And even though they don't like each other much, they still like each other enough to fuck each other, and so they had an egg. So this is going to be a Psyduck with Hypnosis, hopefully if it works. Should work. And I need a male Psyduck in order to be able to breed with that female Feebas and pass on Hypnosis as well. And I'm going to get my Pokemon back from the daycare. And the formula, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but the formula that decides how much money you need to shell out to get your Pokemon back, it's $100 plus another $100 for each level that your Pokemon gained. So if it gained a lot of levels, as my brother would put it, it becomes sort of a ransom demand. So now I'm gonna put that Spinda and that Golduck back into the PC, and I am going to withdraw my Feebas on the same occasion, just so that I don't have to come back here later on. So now let's withdraw that female Feebas, which won't ever be used. I'm not going to evolve this one into Milotic. The Milotic is the egg that I'm going to make in just a moment. So, by the way, I wanted to show you that big stretch of land you can use for breeding, for creating eggs and hatching eggs and whatnot. It starts from over there all the way to crosses Route 117, Mobile City, and stops on Route 118. So this is a really long stretch of land. I really recommend using that. And the egg is about to hatch. Is it suspense? Is it gonna work? Yeah, it's a Psyduck, of course. And let's just see if it's a male with Hypnosis, because that's what I need to continue this breeding chain. And it is indeed a male. And let's see if it has Hypnosis. Normally it should. And yep, there we go, Hypnosis. So now all that's left to do is to go to the daycare to deposit the Feebas and the Psyduck. And yeah, I know what you're thinking, or maybe you're not thinking it, but you're going to be thinking it soon. That Psyduck is a newborn, and it's already ready to get it on with a fish. What is this, the 4th book of Twilight? But anyway, I'm going to get going and create an egg, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I got a Feebas egg. And now, yep, I'm gonna try and make eggs until I get a decent nature. Not necessarily modest, but hopefully something that's going to be decent enough for me to keep. I especially don't want something that produces special attack, because it will be a lot harder to evolve then, because of what I've said in the last few videos. And I apologize for all the cuts, but I'll be right back once the egg hatches. And we got another ceremonial egg hatching. And obviously it's going to be a Feebas with Hypnosis, but is its nature good enough to be a keeper? This is what we're going to see in just a second. So just let me get into the menu. Feebas level 5, this is the one, not the other one. Oh man, a hasty nature. It boosts speed, but it drops defense. This is definitely the opposite of what I wanted. So I guess I'm going to have to make another egg. Well, at least it has Hypnosis, by the way, but I'm going to have to make another egg, see if I can get a better nature than that, hopefully. And after several tries, I think it took me like 5 or 6 tries, I actually got that good-natured Feebas that I wanted. A Bold Feebas, which boosts defense and drops attack. So this is an excellent nature for Feebas. So I'm going to teach it Surf and Ice Beam right now, since, as I said, this one's a keeper. A nature that drops attack is probably the best thing I could have hoped for. And after I'm done teaching it Ice Beam, the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to head back to the nearest Pokemon Center in Mobile, and I'm going to give it the Mystic Water that I found attached to Cast Form. Told you that thing would come in handy. Anyway, a bold-natured Feebas, it's how easy to evolve it? It's average, since the nature doesn't affect special attack. It's easier to boost toughness on a bold Pokemon, but it's harder to boost coolness. So that Milotic or Feebas or whatever wouldn't go anywhere in a coolness contest because its nature drops attack. So let me grab that Mystic Water. There we go, and on Feebas it goes.